And you know, I've hinted this before and I'll say more, but being calm is also being okay with when we're freaking out and when we're doing addictions and we're screaming our head off at people and we're doing all the things we don't like. It's being okay with all parts of ourselves. That's really self-love. And when we do the appreciation list, I'm going to suggest that we also write good things about and then write the character parts of ourselves we don't like. Because the way to let them go is to love them. The way to let go of that person you keep thinking about because you're battling them all the time is to either think of something else so much that you crowd them out of your mind, but sometimes you can't get them out. They're there for a reason. And for those negative thinking habits that you just think of yourself every day, or you think of that person, you wake up and you think you've forgotten of them and there they are. You've got to, you haven't got to, but you want to face them and love them out of your mind, because love really is the answer. Appreciation gets rid of what isn't good and keeps to you and attracts what is for your highest good. So love is the way to let go. Loving the anger. What's good about anger? Well, it shows I'm not a doormat. There's an intensity in it. I should be angry because I am. That's making peace with where you are. And that's how to let loose of it. How you don't let loose of anger is, I shouldn't be angry. Why am I always angry with that person? And then you meet them and lose your temper in 5 seconds. You just love that. Or good things about stressing out. Everyone does it. Every single person on the planet stresses out sometimes, or has done. The good thing about stressing out is it evolves me to be more calm. Like I said, life is like resistance training. It's tension which evolves us to be better. So it's loving the tension. And really the final thing I'll say is it is as simple in practical terms, this stuff, as Disney cartoons. It's doing what the Disney heroes or heroines do. And people can cringe or roll their eyes, but they're masters. They're spiritual masters. People kind of roll their eyes, oh, it's Disney, but they manage to dwell on the good, which is all this is. They dwell on what's working. You know, I remember another quote that I loved, but again, who cares about quotes? Because they go out of the window in a second when you disconnect, don't they? But still, this is a good one. It's like, you know, if there's just one thing working in your life, everything else isn't, and you just dwelt on what was working, everything else would sort itself out. But what we all know, what the ego mind does, what everyone's trained us to do, is ignore what's working, because it doesn't need your attention because it's working. Focus on the problems, and that's where manifestation goes wrong. Focus on what you haven't got and try to manifest, and it can't be done. So the ultimate is how to be whole, complete and fulfilled now. How to just... I remember one of the big manifestation stories where someone got a desert island, a Hollywood career and a soulmate and whatever else she got, plus she was happy, plus she was... But her main practice, because whenever she comes here every now and then, she kind of comes and people just ignore me and want to ask her what she did. And what she says that she did was, she meditates every day for half an hour. And she writes 150 things down of what is good in her current life. That's it. She didn't have a vision board with desert islands on. She didn't have a vision board with Hollywood signs on it. She didn't even know she wanted to be in Hollywood until she was. Because all of that had already been created. But when she found a way to fall in love with now, the door to her future opened. Visualization is just another way to feel good now and open the door. That's where people go wrong. They think they have to keep spinning plates. Keep saying that affirmation over and over again. Yeah, and it will just remind you what you haven't got. What we're going to do to start off is I'm going to pass these sheets around. And there's some boards to lean on here and some pens as well, if we just want to pass these across. And yeah, there's some cardboard things to lean on, and then there's pens if you want to come and get them. And then when everyone's got this, I'll explain what we're doing.